Hey folks, Lolo Loco here, and welcome to day 14 of Inktober. I actually had this piece and this video done yesterday, on time, but I didn't have the energy to do a voiceover and upload it, so whoopsie poopsie. The prompt for this was ink/tears, or tears. They're both spelt the same, so I got a bit confused. Such is the nature of the English language, annoyingly, so I kind of made it a bit of everything, I guess. Shock and horror, today I actually drew a boy. Wow! I realised that I had been drawing only girls recently, and while I love drawing girls, this is a challenge, so I should actually try to switch things up a bit sometimes, right? So today you get a boyman. This piece is pretty simple because when I drew it, I had woken up in the middle of this huge slump. I was tired and drained, and there were a lot of things, I think, that contributed to that, but regardless, I didn't have the energy to try something complicated and intricate, so I decided to give myself a bit of a break, and I let this piece be a bit more simplistic than the others that I've done, just some face and shoulders at a 3/4 angle. Classic. With that being said, I still tried a few different things with this one. I tried to put more detail into the hair, for example, wanting to show individual locks of hair like I do with long hair. It was a little more difficult to figure out for some reason. Maybe partly because I was feeling drained, and it, took me a couple tries, but I'm pretty happy with it. I originally had this idea to block in the tears with ink, so he would have black ink oozing from his eyes. I had done a little test of what I thought it would look like, and how I would give those tears dimension with a white gel pen, and I was really set on having this guy crying ink. However, I really liked how I drew the tears, and in the end I kind of just chickened out again, because I'm a coward. I'm glad I did the tests and everything, and maybe I'll bring back the idea of oozing ink from your eyes in a different piece entirely, but I'm really happy with how this one turned out, even if it's not exactly what I had in mind from the beginning. Something that I really enjoyed about this Inktober piece was the expression. I've mentioned before that I have a pretty bad case of same-face syndrome, and I'm working at getting better with it and experimenting more with different face shapes and features. And the figures that I usually draw fall victim to that as well a lot of the time. Unless I'm doing a comic, the expressions are never really that interesting or different from each other. They're usually either very serene or looking happy, so it was nice to draw an expression like this for a change. The marks on his neck, I think, were kind of a symbolic thing, though I'm not sure what I wanted them to represent, looking back on it. Like I said, I was a little off when I was drawing this, so I didn't really have a plan. They don't really mould to the curve of his neck or the planes of his body, so they may not even be physically there. It was just a weird concept that I was going for, and I think that's lost a little in this piece. I need to properly build these pieces and actually have a plan and reason for things before I just start throwing things at it. I also feel this way with the flame-like things at the bottom of the page. They're fine, and they also have this creeping upward feeling that I wanted them to have, but they make the torso look a little flat. I actually worked really hard to make the anatomy make sense. I don't draw pecs often. But the flame things sort of cover the important parts of the torso and just make the rest kind of look a bit blocky. So that's a shame that happened, but I'm still glad that I drew the torso in the first place, because I don't do it often, and I need to do some anatomy studies, because, anatomy is the devil. Also, the reason it's getting so dark in the video towards the end is because I film with natural light, and I forgot to turn the light on, and the sun went down while I was drawing. Sorry! Regardless, I'm still glad I did this piece. It was nice to draw a different figure and expression than usual, and it's always fun to use the ink washes. It was a nice little piece for me to do while still feeling not that great. Hopefully today's day 15 will be better. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, pop me a like, it really helps me out. And if you like my art, maybe give me a cheeky little subscribe. I hope you're having a lovely time wherever you are, and stay safe. Ta-da!